Well, good morning to you, everybody. Meteorologist Travis Klineski here. We are on a Monday morning getting set for a big-time storm system to cross through the plains. We're just at the very beginning of it. We've got low-level moisture that's moved northward. We've had clouds moving overnight, fog, mist, and drizzle out there. Not a lot of rain yet, though. The winds have started to pick up out of the southeast, too. You can see the winds blowing. They're pretty blustery this morning. The drizzle and the mist that we have this morning is going to become more legitimate rain later today. More showers starting to pop up here. And eventually, we kind of see things really get going this evening. Here's 5 p.m. right here. This evening, as we push into the evening, we'll start to see showers and thunderstorms develop over southwest Nebraska and northwest Kansas. And we'll start to see snow get going over western portions of Nebraska. So this does not really impact the Local 4 viewing area yet. Let's push to midnight tonight. Rain and thunderstorms lifting east and northeastward. As they do, though, they'll start to weaken as they move to the east towards the Tri-Cities area. So we could still get thunderstorms out there, but probably not much of a severe weather threat for many of these areas here. Meanwhile, the snow is still mainly outside of the Local 4 viewing area, even through the late night hours. Let's get into tomorrow morning. There's 4 a.m. now to 7 a.m. Still some showers and thunderstorms, but again, at this point, still not too concerned about severe weather. Winds are blustery out of the southeast. That's where the warmer air will be. And then where the winds are out of the north, that's where the colder air will be, at an area of low pressure right here. That's that counterclockwise rotation. But where you have those northerly winds, that's where the colder air is. So I could really just draw a line right about here, and that's where the air is getting colder. The snow is just getting going in far northern and far western parts of the Local 4 viewing area tomorrow morning. The rest of us, rain and thunderstorms, but the chances will become less or lower as the better chances lift to the northeast. Meanwhile, by noon tomorrow, we're now seeing heavy snow in parts of north central Nebraska and southwest Nebraska in the Local 4 viewing area. As we push through the rest of the afternoon, again, not a lot of moisture here near that area of low pressure and to the south and east of it. Most of the rain is now lifted northward, but right here and westward, there's your colder air. So now we're talking about brisk or blustery northwesterly winds, colder air, and blowing snow in these locations here. So for the Local 4 viewing area, the areas that are going to be seeing the snow, this is probably the worst conditions tomorrow afternoon and early tomorrow evening. After that, notice not as much snow now, as we're all colder by Wednesday morning. This is 6 a.m. Wednesday morning. The colder air has now filled in for all of the area. We have strong northwesterly winds and some snow. Chances are greater as you go to the north and northwest still, but the heaviest snows are beginning to now lift up into the Dakotas. So we're not talking about as much snowfall for most of the area. We'll still see some snow on Wednesday and strong winds, and even Wednesday night into Thursday morning there might still be some snow, light snow around, but it will not be as big of an issue as it was, say, during the day on Tuesday for northern and western areas. Well, let's go back to Monday evening now. That's tonight, that's this evening, a marginal risk of severe storms for southwest Nebraska. Damaging wind gusts, or large hail looks to be your biggest threat. Maybe some damaging wind gusts, but I think large hail is going to be your biggest threat. There's even a small chance of an isolated tornado. Chances are a little bit better down in western portions of Kansas. I can even drag this south and kind of show you. There's a slight risk down there in Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas there. So our area is kind of on the edges of that severe weather threat. Then there's the blizzard warning. This will kick off at either 6 o'clock Central Time in the Panhandle or midnight Central Time tonight up around Cherry County, but this does not include any counties in the Local 4 viewing area yet. The wild card would be right here. Right now, these areas right here are under a winter storm warning on the edges of that blizzard warning, and that does include Brown and Kippahaw County in the Local 4 viewing area. Starts at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning and will continue until 6 a.m. Thursday. There's going to be some good amounts of snow here. Will there be blizzard conditions? Possibly at times, so it's going to be close. So I would not be surprised if maybe a few of these places maybe get upgraded to a blizzard warning. Then go a little farther southeast from there. We have a winter storm watch. That's in the blue shade here. This will kick in tomorrow, either tonight at midnight way out west, or right here starts at noon tomorrow, starts at 6 a.m. tomorrow up north. And right here. So 6 a.m. tomorrow right here, noon tomorrow right here. And it will continue until Thursday morning. These areas here are possibly looking at some higher amounts of snow, but also maybe on the fringes where it may be more of a winter weather advisory type event here. So that's why they're still holding off and going just with a winter storm watch for now. but it's these areas here that'll be kind of on the edge of the rough conditions. Once you get southeast of there, not quite so bad for the most part. So let's look at the snowfall potential over the next couple of days here. Certainly the hardest hit areas in the panhandle of Nebraska. 10 inches, 20 inches of snow, maybe almost 2 feet of snow up around Chadron and Gordon. North central Nebraska, that is in the Local 4 viewing area right here, 6 to 10, 11, 12 inches of snow possible here. That's certainly a possibility. Out west, right here, Perkins and Chase County, which are in the Local 4 viewing area, 3 to 5, maybe 6 inches of snowfall, heaviest as you get closer to the Colorado border. But for the vast majority of the Local 4 viewing area, we're probably only looking at 1, 2, 3 inches of snowfall. Probably even less than an inch in some cases here. So this is not going to be a major winter weather event, although with the blowing snow, there could still be some issues with the winds blowing like they will be. Now take all that snow that's falling, if we were to melt it into liquid, combine that with the rain that's going to fall, so we're going to look at liquid and liquid equivalent precipitation over the next 3 days or so. So again, melted snow plus rainfall, and we are looking at many places a ½ inch to an inch of liquid. But up north, 1 to 2 inches are possible here. So some very beneficial moisture is on the way in the coming days ahead. Keep in mind, we have still got a serious drought going on. I haven't showed this much lately, but much of the area is still under extreme or exceptional drought. And that especially includes areas up north, which could get the most moisture out of this. So this is some good news overall with this system, even though it's going to be a pain in our rear. Well, let's look at our temperatures for the next couple of days. Temperatures today warming up into the 40s for most, even some low 50s in the southwest. We'll drop back to the 30s tonight, 40s though. Some will stay in the 40s tonight, but out west, there's the colder air starting to work its way in. Tomorrow's highs, 40s. But look out west again, there's that colder air, and temperatures will actually drop later in the day. So let's play this out over the next couple of days. How do things go? This is right now warming up into the 40s for many, staying in the 30s up north. Might see some 50s in the southwest here, of course, though colder here. Tonight then, again, the warm air still stays in place for many of us. Many of us will see a mild night tonight, but out west there comes the colder air early tomorrow morning. And that colder air trying to sneak eastward. Most of us will still be mild much of the day tomorrow, but on the backside of that low pressure system, here comes the colder air. We will drop off then late tomorrow and into tomorrow night. By Wednesday morning, we're all below freezing. We're done with the liquid. A little bit of snow still left. Highs on Wednesday, along with some brisk winds, only in the 20s and low to mid 30s for highs on your Wednesday, and it's not going to get much better after that. Let's look at the long range forecast. Okay, so for the Tri-Cities this morning, drizzle becoming rain later today. Our best chance of moisture will come 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So tonight, basically. Rain and thunderstorms. Now through the day tomorrow, yes, it's a 90% chance of moisture, but most of that is before sunrise. The chances of rain will go down through the day, so much lower chances of moisture later in the day, and eventually by tomorrow night, after dark, we'll transition from a chance of some light rain to a slight chance of light snow tomorrow night. Some of that will continue into Wednesday, but again, this is not a major snow event. This is a light snow event, but with strong winds. It's going to be a cold Wednesday. A little bit of snow might linger into Wednesday night and possibly even Thursday morning. It'll be another cold and brisk, blustery day on Thursday, cold and blustery again on Friday, and then breezy and cold over the weekend. The cold, that's going to be sticking around a while. Look what's coming. After the next couple of days, we've got a lot of cold ahead, and next week, we may see brutal cold come just before Christmas time. Long-range models are looking at about the 20th to the 24th as looking at a brutal stretch of cold weather coming in for the middle part of the country. I do want to show you temperature forecast models over the next week and a half. This is one of them. I have to let it load in real quick here, so I apologize for the delay here, but here it comes. All right, so there's today. The mild air on the front of the end of the system here. And then tomorrow, here comes the colder air. But it's not brutal cold air yet. Notice no big major Arctic air coming in. It's going to get colder, don't get me wrong, later this week. But there it comes. Look what's coming next week. This is the weekend. And then next week, there's the Arctic air spilling southward. And that may be just the first shot. Look at next Thursday. Now, this is a week and a half from now. Look what's off to the northwest. There may be another shot of cold air that comes in as we approach the Christmas holiday. we are looking at what could be a brutal stretch of cold that could last through the rest of this year. So once we get past this major storm system, we've got a lot of cold air to come, and it will be sticking around a while. All right, well, I do have to let you all go. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you got everything you need to know. If not, please ask me. Twitter's probably the best way to get a hold of me. Ask questions if you do have any questions about the weather, and I'll try to get those to those when I can. But I do have to let you go. Thank you for watching. I will see you all again on Tuesday morning. Take care, and God bless. Bye.